Ooh. Yeah. Wheelers, breakfasters of Champions, Texas. What's up? 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 Someone gave me a what's up. What's up is that I'm gonna make breakfast. So what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Still don't got my turntables. Ooh. The dishes are kind of a mess, though. It's like the problem right now. Let's try to contain the problem, dog. Ooh. My Dunkin' D's nuts cut right here. D's nuts. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's really, I think, the the elitist arrogance of the Democrats. That's what gets them in trouble a lot. That's how they lose a lot of elections. Yeah. The Democrats think that because they have partisans in NBC, NBC, CNN, ABC, Disney, and uh, and CBS, that they're going to win because they think, oh well, we have like, we have five cable networks just about, or well, the three main networks and then the two cable networks. So they just think, well, we got this, and we got websites, and that's good, and we got whatever social media leftists and Democrats on there too. So they feel like they have enough, they own enough media to lie and spin and communicate whatever their message is to try to win elections these days. And like the Democrats can't censor unless freedom of speech in the United States of America, even if they wanted to. They'd need an excuse like COVID-19 or coronavirus to silence people. So they can't even censor anymore because they don't even own some of the major tech companies like Twitter X by Elon Musk. Yeah. So the Democrats have a problem trying to control the narrative of the Schumer shutdown because they don't control everything. They don't run everything. They wish they could, but they don't. This isn't Russia where they can throw you in jail for freedom of speech. So yeah, since we're not we're not the Russian Federation, so or the Chinese Communist Empire. This isn't Venezuela, right? Where they send the troops after you, or at least it's not supposed to be. If it is that way, it's because the Democrats are in power. They're breaking the law, people's constitutional and Bill of Rights. The reason why the Democrat Party is doubling down on the Schumer shutdown is because they think they're going to win the midterms. They think they're going to get away with it. Yeah. Are they going to get away with it? If people are stupid, they don't do their homework. Yeah, they could. They could possibly regain power. But it's a really dangerous gamble by the Democrats, playing with people's food, air travel, playing around with people's health care, and trying to fund illegal alien health care. It's a pretty dangerous gamble by the Democrats. It's the old playbook: problem, reaction, solution. The old playbook is basically the Democrats caused the problem. They claim to be the solution. And I'm sorry, there's the reaction, and then they claim to be the solution. Like David Icke would always say: problem, reaction, solution, scenario. So they caused maximum chaos and maximum misery during Trump's and the Republicans' tenure, and they pretend to offer the solution in the 2026 midterms to try to take back the legislative branch in the U.S. Congress. So, but this is a pretty dangerous gamble because it could easily go sideways. It could easily backfire and blow up in their faces. A pretty dangerous gamble that even Darth Vader and Grand Moff Tarkin wouldn't even approve, I think. That's for the Star Wars people out there, if you know what I mean. Yeah, there is this Democrat arrogance from the elitists that they think they got it in the bag. They're like, oh, we already got this meal ticket signed. Like, that they already have it in the bag, that they're already won. They do have a certain elitist arrogance, which in their establishment, they think they already have it. Like they thought they were, Hillary Clinton had it in the bag. They thought, they probably thought Kamala was going to win. Maybe they thought they were going to keep the House of Representatives in the U.S. Senate. Maybe they thought they were going to pack the Supreme Court and take the judicial branch. There's definitely an elitist arrogance where they think they cannot be stopped and they cannot be challenged and they won't be challenged. They do have this arrogant mindset that they're not going to be challenged by the American people, that their feet are not going to be held to the fire of accountability, but that's not true. younger generation is arising. They might have been born in the last century, but the old Democrat guard is getting old and being replaced by a younger generation. That's going to put them out to pasture. The old farts, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Joe Biden, etc. Even Obama is reaching his dinosaur times. Even their mighty messiah of interracial diversity harmony. Even their half African, half white messiah is losing his luster in these times. Yeah. There's a lot of dishes. And Rose from the Titanic, when she's her elder self, she was like, she says, when I was young, I was quite the dish. That's pretty funny. Oh, yeah. I'm sure most people, when they're young, are quite the dish. Ooh, indeed. Have the bacon flattener. So hopefully. Hey, you know it. Tula bula.
Tula, stop that.
Tula bula.
Tula.
Tula bula.
Tula, stop it.
Woolly bully. Woolly bully. Woolly bully. Woolly bully.
Got so busy.
I'm so busy.
Got so busy. Got so busy.
Got so busy.
I know.
Get busy with it. Na 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 na.
Tula. Hey, you come here.
Oh, hey,
Tula.
hey, hey. Knock it off, eh? Oh, y'all get so jealous over mama. Y'all cause so much drama over mama. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's chilly out there. One man's chili is one man's heat wave, is another man's heat wave. No, wait. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Now, you like Ron Schock of the Outlaw Texas Comedy Tour? It wasn't just cold, it was ball shrinking cold. We can't fart in 20 below. It wasn't just cold, it was ball shrinking cold. That had me dying at like 12 or 13 when I saw that. When I saw Ron Schock's skit. It wasn't just cold when I went up to Canada. It was ball shrinking cold. And I was like 12 or 13. I was like, ah! I didn't see Bill Hicks originally, unfortunately. Yeah, I probably would have been dying watching that too. Being enlightened by George Carlin and Bill Hicks and Ron Schock and so on. And I was fortunate to see Sam Kinison, though, when I was young. So at least there was that. Okay. What's up? I know. I'm trying to get to cooking here. Hold on. So this is the only non-stick pan we got, though. Is the problemo. And try like fried eggs. That'd be dope. Yeah, I guess get some fryers on there. Yo. Yeah, the demon Cretans might not be successful doing this. This could backfire real easy. The Schumer shutdown, what they're doing. It's an old school trick. Like somebody starts a fire and then they go, "Oh, hey, look, it's him." That's what the Democrats are doing. It's really old. It's as old as the hills. It's not really their strategies usually are never new, unless the COVID-19 that was pretty new, a plague. But usually their ideas are pretty not that great, not that original. Usually their ideas aren't on the creative side. They're more on the as old as the ancient hills strategy. Divide and conquer. Start a fire, point at the other guy. Those are real old school tactics. Really old school. Problem, reaction, solution. Yeah, usually the Democrats' plans are not as elaborate as Unleash the Kraken or Unleash the COVID-19 plague. Yeah, that took a special kind of planning. That was like Bill Gates and Dr. Anthony Fauci and the Democrats like having some kind of backup contingency plan to regain power and take back the Congress and the White House in 2020. So that was the backup plan for Obama's term number 3. And it worked for a while. It worked. The trick worked for a while. For a little while. Until it didn't, and people figured it out that they had been had, or that we had been had. So we had been tricked again, or scared to death into submission from an invisible, spooky virus from China, from Wuhan Virology Institute, probably funded by USAID and in conjunction with I think we're going to try a little butter this time because that egg was like... Oh yeah. Yeah, let's try a little bit of the butter. Maybe that'll make a nice egg on it. Some bread. And it's time to clear the air. Oh, there we go. It was kind of a delayed fart there. You wanted to make it go to get it right. So once I heard I knew I was on the way. I knew I was on the way to the journey. All right. On that, I knew I was on my way to paradise. Hey, cut it out, y'all. You better cut it out. The cutting up. Or you might not make the cut. This isn't Star Trek, man. It's not like food just instantly appears and shit. Out of like magic. It's not Star Trek world, man. Not yet, anyway. So, okay, with a little butter. Yeah, that really caused the. Yeah, maybe I'll give this one to the dogs because it's kind of janky. Oh. Ooh. Puppy. Popping. Well, all right. Hopping and popping. Don't be stopping. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. What a wonderful world. It's a good one, dude. Louis Armstrong. Making the eggs. Oh, yeah. Man. Ah. Are you writing a new song? Hell yeah. That's what it's got. It's called Ooh. Ooh. That's what I call it. Okay. Writing a song. Writing a song. Ooh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah. Right on time, sunshine. Ooh. Here's the deal. I know. Oh. Oh, did you get a shell in there? Don't y'all know one of the kitchen commandments is thou shalt not spill the egg? Yeah, I don't mind, like, like we got African American next door. We got black next door neighbors, but it's like I don't mind like chilling and shit, you know what I mean? But don't be hanging in the bushes, you know what I'm saying? It's just a really nice day, so that's why this guy's just kind of hanging out. No, don't be like Michael Myers. Don't just be sitting there like staring, like by my house, like Michael Myers, like do 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 do, just staring at me and shit. For hours and hours. I mean, but like if you're just chilling, you're just like it's a beautiful day and the breeze is blowing and shit. It's all good, but nothing creepier than that, right? So yeah. Move from heat. Hold on, it's got to cool off, fool. You lady. We talked about getting a little more mature. Like just a little bit more mature. Yeah, maybe after you're a year old, you'll be a little bit more mature. We hope. We talked about the maturity. Yeah, I'm hoping Tula matures into a well-behaved Shih Tzu. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know some people are like, okay, they kind of have a kindergarten version of what's going on in the U.S. government. It's a very kindergarten version. It's cute. It's like, well, they're in power. Well, they must. Okay, so this is the kindergarten version. The kindergarten version is, well, Trump's the president, and the Republicans had the majority in the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate, and they have a court that's mostly conservatives 5-4. So if there's any problems, it just must be all their fault. That's the kindergarten version. That's the simplistic. That's the one I'm getting in the comments a lot about the Schumer shutdown. I get it why people are going with the very simplistic explanation of reality, because A, they're lazy, B, they're uneducated, and C, a simplistic version of reality is easier to digest. It's easier to promote. It's laziness. It's easy. Yeah, that's what it is. A simple version of reality is just easier. So there's not a lot of depth in Trump and the Republicans are in power. Some things are going wrong. It's all their fault. But Chuck Schumer and the Schumer shutdown and the Democrats know that a lot of people are going to fall for this simplistic explanation of the U.S. government. And of course, the Democrats realize that a lot of people aren't going to do the homework and do the math, do the research. Yeah. Undoing the damage of the Democrats in the Biden-Harris administration was not going to happen overnight. I think most Trump voters knew that, and most American voters, citizens. Okay. Some of that OJ. Ooh. Shake a little bit of that OJ Oye. Time for O play. Have yourself a Sandra O'Day. O'Connor. No, Sandra O'Day? Okay. That was one of the justices. That was one of the justices, female justices, Sandra Day O'Connor, back in the day. Huh? Yeah. Sandra Day O'Connor. That's always really nice when a woman's called like, oh, she's a pretty day.
Win an election in a state that they were expected to win anyway, and they don't deliver to the American people just redistribution of wealth. You're going to see a year from now that those same hardworking men and women
So the thing about the fallacy and logic of
stand by Republicans.
Democrats saying, well, the Republicans control everything.
That is a Republican
It takes two to tango.
because we have
There's the Senate
hardworking.
Democrats, Chuck Schumer.
The president has been so focused on America first policies, on the American family,
There would be no shutdown
have gone down. Grocery prices.
if the Democrats would pass the clean CR continuing resolutions. And they just rejected it again for a 14th time. So don't tell me the Republicans control everything and it's their fault, because that's not accurate. That's kindergarten think. So please, Democrats, liberals, educate yourself. That's all I pray for. God bless and best of success. I know it's not going to happen. I know some people are just going to go, Republicans control everything. They're bad. And they'll go vote. These people are uninformed, uneducated. They don't know what's going on. So sadly, but anyways, if that's the way the ball bounces, that'd be a tragedy for our republic. But it's neither here nor there. We'll see when we get there. We'll see the chaos the Democrats wreak on the American people leading up to the 2026 elections, which they hope to regain power of the U.S. Congress and eventually the White House. That's what they're hoping, that they can regain power this decade. I don't think they're going to make it, really, honestly, because voters still have that bad Biden, Kamala, Obama taste in their mouths, and that's not going away anytime soon.